thing like this? You know? And people like say that they ripped off Howard.
Day, remember
DePaulo,
that?
Burr,
Patrice
was the man. Patrice, if it was a Patrice episode of O&A, you knew it was going to be great. Rich Voss, Jim Norton. I mean, those guys were fucking great. It was a great show.
Monster Rain.
It was it's Monster Rain. It was a great show, man. It was a fucking great show. It was so much fun. And for young, stupid guys like me, it was like, oh my God, there's a thing like this, you know? And people like say that they ripped off Howard. It was certainly influenced by Howard. There's no doubt. Everybody was influenced by Howard, including me. But what they did was different because they had a hang. And that's what we did. When we did like Ice House Chronicles and we did all those shows that we did, we were doing a version of O&A.
Absolutely.
When we did those shows at the Ice House in Pasadena where you would go on stage and then the comics would like switch out depending on who's on stage. Like, who's up? Like, how much time do I have? And it was right across the hallway. So we'd run from the podcast studio right to the stage. Dude,
it was so fun, man.
It's the best.
It was so fun.
It was so
you should
fun.
do something like that at your comedy club.
We 100% should do something like that. Yeah. Well, we're going to have set up at the comedy club where when you guys are doing Kill Tony, there'll be another room with an open mic going on simultaneously.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you could actually practice. So like you might be able to do a set at the open mic and then go do Kill Tony. Well, you'll be hot. You'll get off stage, you have a good set, and then go bang it out on the internet in front of hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah.
You know?
Can't wait.
Having a setup like we had back then was so encouraging for comedy. Because that was when I was kicked out of the store and we were trying to find some other places to go and things to do. So the Ice House became our spot for a long time. That's where we met young Jamie.
They're going to reopen soon.
Yeah, I heard.
I want to see it so bad.
Yeah, I wonder what they did. They remodeled something, and which is it was perfect.
Yeah.
Like if I bought the Ice House, I was like, we're not touching anything. Don't touch anything.
But a lot needed to work.
Fix the toilet. That's it.
Ceilings. Remember, I would come into work or come into my studio, and there would just be ceiling and water all over my shit every day.
But that's the thing about California. There's leaky roofs, and you don't find out about it until it only rains once a year. Yeah, but that was just his old-ass building. It used to be a real ice house.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the Ice House was a place where people would buy ice. And then it was a music venue for a little while. And then it became the Ice House, the comedy club.
Yeah.
That place was the shit. You know, it was such a good room that agents would not accept tapes from the Ice House because they thought it was too easy to kill there.
That's right. It was almost like a cheat code because it felt like you were at a road show, you know, so the audiences, it wasn't LA audiences.
Yeah, they weren't jaded. They're from Pasadena.
Yeah.
It was like regular people. They weren't like industry people. It was a totally different vibe. It was like killing in Columbus or something like that. Yeah.
Well, we're kind of jaded because we live in Texas and it's the best audiences in the world.
They're the best.
Know what I mean? You can't beat
They're the best. But we always used to say that about Texas. Remember back in the day, we would do like the Addison Improv or the Laugh Factory or something like that, or the Laugh Stop rather. We were like, they're the best down here. They're just fucking partying. They're fun. They're just fun fucking people, and they're not poisoned by show business. You know.
We used to go on that Dale show. Remember the radio show?
Yeah.
He got let go recently.
Did he?
Yeah. After how many years has he done that?
Yeah. Well, they all, you know. I mean, I don't know what anybody could have done back then in terms of like do a podcast simultaneously, because I think probably a lot of their contracts said they couldn't do that.
Right.
Because that's what happened with Anthony. When Anthony was doing Live from the Compound, which is the most ridiculous show ever, and also inspired us. The two things that inspired us the most were Tom Green, for sure.
Absolutely.
Because remember when we went to his house, we were like, holy shit, he's got a talk show. But he did it almost like an internet version of a traditional talk show. And then the other thing was O&A. But O&A was the hang, and then Anthony Cumia, you're like, whoa, you can do that from your house too? Where it's like just you set this thing up, just like Tom Green did, and just have chaos, and, you know, have, you know, Anthony Cumia style chaos. Like, oh, shit. There was all these things that, like, set the table for us.
And it was always so fun because like, every week we'd find like a new microphone. You know, we upgrade. Oh, the cameras. That was so fun back then. It was constant shopping.
It's crazy back then how many people told us we were wasting our time.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Because it's like everybody thought it was a just giant waste of time.
Yeah.
Like even Segura. Like Segura leaving the show was like, what is he doing? Remember he had a conversation with you?
Yeah.
Why is he doing this? It's hilarious. Now he's one of the biggest podcasters in the world.
Dude, I did a show Wednesday, and his new studio is like a legit like production company studio with tons of employees and shit.
Yeah, like way more employees than I have.
Yeah.
And everybody's running around doing different things. They have green rooms, like green screen rooms, and
Danny Brown's
Danny
room.
Brown show. Yeah.
Dr. Drew.
Danny Brown is funny as fuck.
Dude, he's hilarious.
Oh my God, his show is so funny. He's like one of the great ranters. There's a few people that are just so good at ranting. It's such a beautiful skill to just be able to talk shit about everything. And the thing about your mom's house too is they have those guys that are working there that are in the booth, and they're all laughing too. So Danny Brown's talking even more. It's like the Tim Dillon situation, where he's got an audience of one, you know, which is nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Mm.